Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Solax. Welcome to my settings video. Had a couple people ask about my settings, so I wanted to go ahead and share it with you guys because I've got some settings that others don't right now. The norm is different than what I have, and I believe what I have is the best way to go about playing this game on a controller, because keyboard and mouse has a pretty good advantage over a controller in this game, like a lot of games, but with my settings, I think it doesn't matter. The gap is closed pretty much. So I'm gonna explain to you guys why I have my settings like I do, and show you guys how to get some of the best settings on controller. So let's go. Vibration settings, turn that off. You don't need that. Just gonna mess you up if anything, and also kill your battery on your controllers quicker, right? Audio, personal preference. But the voices and the battle announcements in this game are pretty loud, so I've turned those down. Music as well, and the master, because again, this game is overall very loud. So brightness, I have it on 55. Up to you. Screen shake off, turn that off. No reason to have it on. Just unnecessary, you know, shaking of your screens, not good for you in battle. So turn that off. Keep emphasis outlines on, just in case it'll outline people. And if there's a lot of stuff going around, a lot of abilities going off, it'll help you keep track of your enemies you want to see. And then I don't have this on. You could mess around with these vision modes. I haven't, but the way it is and these colors by default is good with me. So I'll just keep those default. Grid display off. No reason to have that on, in my opinion. Does it probably wouldn't help you, if anything hurts you by cluttering the screen further. So damage dealing and healing amount on, keep that on. Experience obtained on, though you could turn this off if you wanted. It doesn't matter too much. I'd keep this on though. Then your battle tips and your battle guide, you can keep those on if you're new, but if you know pretty much everything there is to know, the basics of the game, then go ahead and turn those off. It'll be less clutter on your screen, which is always a good thing, right? So here we go with the real meat and bones of the video here. Like I said, I got some different things cooking up that are not used to seeing. But I'm telling you, I think this is the way to play for controller players. This is the way. Okay, Dead Zone. I have it on one. Have this on one, just so that way I have pure inputs on my sticks. It's up to you. If that doesn't feel good for you, you could up it a little bit and test it out. But that's how I do it, just to have the pure inputs. So rush attack settings, lock the target, have that on. But that doesn't matter too much. But I recommend have it on because of this other setting I have. It doesn't matter too much because of this other setting, but I'd recommend to have that on. Semi-auto, I have that off because I'd rather hold the button for as long as I want to get the rush attacks out instead of just clicking it and then clicking again to stop it. You could play like that if you want, but I believe holding it is the way to go. Prioritize all enemies except NPCs on, just in case you want to probably damage the heroes if they're right in your grill instead of the NPCs, right? But again, all these two don't matter too much. I would keep them like I have them here. These lock, target, and prioritize. But because of this, my priority conditions is closest to direction of movement. Most people have this on lowest total HP percentage, but that's not good in my opinion. This is better for multiple reasons. First of all, let's say you have it on the lowest total HP percentage and somebody is nearby and they hit an AoE ability and they drop this guy to 1 HP, right? Well, your rush attacks are gonna then target him instead of that enemy that's nearby, which is not what you want to be doing, right? You want to be hitting that hero. So that's one reason that it'll pull your aim away from the hero that's nearby if there's a low NPC. So that's one reason why I've changed it. And I did this when I first started because it seemed just better to me, right? And it has been. And the other reason, it's not just that. It's like the simplest thing, right? So I'm attacking this guy. I press right, press left, press right. You see the little green aiming underneath them. If you look when I'm start to attack them, there's a little like targeting thing underneath them. Left, right, left, right, left, right. You see that? I'm switching it at will just with flicking my left stick towards that direction. You see that? All right. Like I'm attacking this guy. I'm attacking this guy. Okay, I want to kill this guy real quick. Flick down. Boom. Flick back up. Right, left, right. Attack this guy. Okay, I want to finish off this guy. Okay, I'm just straightening stuff since I'm level 15, but you see what I'm getting at here. Attacking this guy. Go, switch it. Left, right. Oh, back to left. Oh, back right. You see? And this can help you if there's a hero around too. It's the same way. You just all you gotta do is flick your left stick to whatever you want to attack, and your rush attacks are gonna be going there. Instead of just targeting random things that are lowest total HP percentage, you can choose. Go down, okay, back up. Okay, down, okay, back up. You see? That's just the best way to go about doing rush attacks, in my opinion. I'm gonna take this guy. Nah, I want to take this right guy. Nah, I want to take this left guy. You see? It's just too clean, man. It's the best thing that people are missing, in my opinion, for controller players. That is what you need to have on to closest to direction of movement for your priority conditions on your rush attack. Okay. Now auto aim. People ask me about this wheel on the right side of my screen, which I'll explain to you real quick. It's very good to have on because it even affects your rush attacks. I don't know what happened. I don't know where this Vegeta is, unfortunately. The Vegeta bot, there he is. So let's say Vegeta's nearby, but I want to attack this. I can flick up and stay on the minion, right? I'm going to secure this farm. Okay, I'm going to flick up. Now I'm going to start attacking him after, right? Or the other way around. Let's say I want to attack Vegeta instead of this guy. I flick to Vegeta, and now I'm only hitting Vegeta. Oh, I want to secure this farm real quick. Hold on, I want to secure this farm. Boom, flick up to the farm and get that, right? This is very good, especially for early fights around this Kai. If you weaken the Kai, poke the enemy a bit, and you want to finish the Kai, you just flick up to that and start attacking it and secure the Kai, right? So this is very good. This wheel here is very good in a lot of situations. So like, G is here, but I want to secure this farm, alright? I'm going to flick up and secure the farm. Or, yo, hold on, Vegeta's here, let me flick back to him, either way. And this also with your rush attack, prioritizing to your movement of your stick, you can also change it that way. You can also change your target that way, just by flicking your stick. But this will, if you flick this, it will make sure that you're only attacking that no matter what, which is very useful, right? So that's how you turn that wheel on, by turning on auto aim. It's also good for another reason, and I'll explain here. It's very good. Turn on prioritize all enemies except NPCs. Turn that on. Again, you don't want to be targeting NPCs when there's heroes nearby, usually. But there is definitely times. That's why you got the wheel, and you can always change your aim naturally. Priority conditions closest to direction of movement as well. Okay, so I have this on. Now check this out. Check this out, man. Check this out. So I have this active during skill input off and the aim target display on because you know you want to have that target display on. But this right here, this one you could change to on if you want. But look, this is what auto aim does to direction of input, right? You see that little green like targeting thing going over them, right? That means that I'm targeted on that guy. So if I click the skill, it's gonna automatically aim for me, right to him, right to him, right? So right to him. And then if you want to adjust it from there, you can adjust it. But it'll aim on them automatically, okay? You see that? Very useful, very useful. Now, what it does if you want to take that even further, this is obviously very good. If you turn this active during skill input on, check this out. Now it tracks them. It tracks them even if you move, if they move, if this guy would freaking move. See, look, if they're moving, it's tracking them. It's tracking them. It's tracking them. And how I have it set to prioritize closest movement, if you move towards them, it'll switch for you. Right? And you press square to cancel an ability if you didn't know. So that's why, oh, let's get out of here while Zeno beats Beerus's ass. But yeah, sorry about that, yo. But I have it off. right? Just because the initial aim is good, but from there I want to adjust it, right? Because let's say that I think they're about to use a blink, like, you know, they're about to be blink downwards or something. I can aim it there instead of it just tracking their location. Like if I use that and then they step or they move real quick, it's stuck on them, right? It's gonna stuck on where they were. Whereas this, if I want to hold it and then they blink down, I can, you know, move it. Either way is fine. It doesn't make a big difference because the auto aim is very good the whole time as well. I just turn it off. I just like to have more pure aim, you know. But that you could definitely turn that on. Probably put it in some major work with that. But that's these settings here. Turn on that wheel and have it auto target for you guys. Directional movement skills. I have it on. This way, if you're running this way, it'll automatically go towards that direction you're aiming, right? Now, another tip for you guys, since I have auto aim on, it will automatically target the NPCs with abilities, right? That you're targeted to, right? So, let's see, you can switch it here. Now I want to target this guy. Oh, okay, now I want to target Vegeta. You see? And so what this is, it's good in most all situations, except for if you're running away from an enemy. Like let's say I'm trying to run back to my tower, it's gonna target Vegeta here automatically, right? That could be good if you want to re-engage, but you know you want to get away, right? Like that's the point I'm trying to make here. Is if you're trying to run away, all you gotta do is go ahead and aim your right stick before you even click the ability. Okay. Aim your right stick. I'm aiming it to the left, and if I press it, it's gonna aim all the way to the left, right? If I didn't put a right stick input in, it would just aim on Vegeta. I have to drag it, which would take a second. It could cost you your life. But let's say I'm trying to run down. I'm aiming right stick down, and then I press the ability or hold the ability. You see, it aims where you want to aim it. So that's another tip. You can aim before you even click the ability, right? So I'm running away. I don't want it to target Vegeta, like, since I have auto aim on, it'll automatically target Vegeta. But if I go ahead and hold the right stick left as well, it's already there. I'm already out, right? So that's a tip. You can aim before you start the ability to get it to where you want to go, instead of automatically targeting the enemy with the movement ability, right? All right. So that's that. That's all that juiciness right here with your right wheel and your auto aim and abilities, right? Like I said, you can still aim it wherever you want to go if you just aim it before. Alright, so no, dang, man, I'm trying to make a video out here. Come on now. But let's see. Aim assist, I put that off just to have the pure aim, and so nothing's sticking my aim to this guy's. If I wanted to aim to this other guy real quick, just boom, you know what I mean? You just, that way nothing is pulling my aim where I don't want it to be pulled, you know what I mean? Here, let me get out of here while Zeno just blows up the whole arena, right? We'll go ahead and hop in here. Alright. Let's start level to 15 real quick. Alright. Now, let's see where we're at. At here, the control speeds and all that. I've turned this off because the greater the tilt, the faster the input. Like I said before, we want to have pure inputs. We don't want anything affecting where we're aiming when we don't want it to. So that way we can still do these small adjustments. I'm holding my stick all the way to the right and just turning it down a little, moving it up a little bit. You see, it's pure. It's pure instead of we start holding down and then it starts accelerating around, you know? We can do these pure little movements here, right? And that's purely based on our right stick, right? I'm just spinning the right stick slowly here. That's what we're getting instead of it accelerating over time, you know? That's why I turned that off. And then control speed, you could adjust this. I might adjust this a little bit slower maybe, but that's why I have it on, because I like to play fast. I like to have fast aiming, fast everything, right? Fast movements, all that. So that's why I have that there. Dead zone positional, just I have that to 1 because it's for positional based things. So like, you know, they usually move slower as well if they're position based. So having it to 1 just lets you do it if you need to drag it. If you end up in a situation where you're, oh snap, I need to drag this, right? You want to aim this. It's just better to have it move quicker for you. But on the flip side, directional skills move quick automatically by themselves. So I have it a little higher. You could even turn this up a little more if you wanted to, right? Because these are pretty quick, especially if you have the 1 dead zone. But see, this is a good. It feels good right here for me. And that way, if I need to, you know, aim down real quick or whatever, I can do it quick enough. But if I want to make these small adjustments, I can still make these small little adjustments, right? Just like that, you know. Like I said before, if you aim the right stick ahead of time, it's going where you want it to go. And then if you have the targeting, it's also aiming right on them. But if I'm targeting this guy, when I aim down, hold the right stick down, and there we go. It's like, oh, I gotta aim it. Oh, I'm aiming to this guy. Right, so the directional, you want to have it up some for sure. Now, dead zone, right stick, camera settings, turn that to 1. You want to move your camera as quick as you can. It's also why I have the camera acceleration on. That way, if we're trying to see all the way to this other lane, we're down bottom or whatever, we're trying to see up top, we can hold up and boom, we just check it out what's going on instead of just like it's slowly dragging. It's just slowly going. That way it accelerates so we can see what's going on quicker, because that's very important. See what's going on before you get there. That's why I recommend if you're heading up to a lane, go ahead and move up, see what's going on at the lane, and then you know what you're coming into. Move it a little bit. All right, there you are. Now you know what to do, right? Turn that to 1. Turn the camera acceleration on. Slide skill setup on. Slide activation on. Reset upon respawn on. Reset upon respawn is self-explanatory. I mean, just put your camera back at your character. I mean, you could turn that off, but it's not a big deal. If you're coming out of spawn and you want to see what's still going on, you just move it as you're moving, right? It's just kind of quality of life thing. But this side skill setup and slide skill excavation, you definitely want those on. I think they're on by default, but that way you can see at the end of your ranges when you're aiming things, instead of it just being, you might not be able to see the whole range. And here's a tip when you're aiming things as well, guys. Especially useful for like Piccolo or Bojack or, some people with long ranges. If you're aiming and you want to see even further, like let's say you're Piccolo. Here, I'm going to go ahead and switch. I'm going to go ahead and switch to show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright, we got Piccolo. We're level 15. Now, like I said, we turn this on so we can see farther on our ranges on the slide skill activations. Right? Let me give you an even further tip. Piccolo, especially for Piccolo, he has super long ranges, right? With this and your fully charged special beam cannon. Well, this is groundbreaking news, guys. Press L1. Boom. Press L1 and you see the max of your range. And you press L1 to go back to your character. Look at that. That's so useful for a lot of different reasons. I don't have vision. Can I change the vision on this map right now? No. Well, whatever. You get the point. Let's say you're charging up a special beam cannon and you want to snipe somebody or you want to snipe an objective. Tap L1, you see the end of your range. And look at this, it's ridiculous. At max rank. You see it's freaking outside of the map. That's why we can't see that. Okay, there we go. Check this out. So, and in Piccolo, you even have 3 different options with viewing the end, the middle, and your character, the start, right? So you could press the L1 and see the max of your range and line it up. And boom. And we just killed Vegeta, I guess. That's crazy. Oops. But you see, that's another tip. L1. Boom. You see? So, another tip, L1, you see. especially useful for long range characters. But yeah, we have the slides on. And then actually my controls, I actually have them set a little differently too than the generic default settings. You don't have to change this, but this just felt more intuitive to me, and it's like other fighting games type things, to put your rush attack on square, and then that way I put vantage step on X. I mean, it just makes sense to me, like, right, like X is usually like a jump or some sort of movement thing, so X to move, and square like a light attack, and or in other fighting games where like Xenoverse, for example, like you know, square is your light attack, your rush attack. Like it just makes sense to me to switch that. It feels better for me because if I'm holding square, I can just easily press X at the same time. I'm holding square, just X. You see. So that's why I have that switched there. And everything else I think is normal. If you want to look through there, you could check it out. Recall, I put it on down. I don't know if it's automatically down. But that's just also more intuitive to me. And then last thing, I recommend going to your screen sitting here and making these things smaller. Right, this is on 80%. I kind of moved these up to the corner here, but basically I just made them smaller and moved them a little bit more out of the way, because the less clutter the better, right? That's why I have all this set to smaller. In fact, I even set it smaller. Except for this wheel here, I like to keep it on about 90 because it's nice to see big exactly who you're targeting. And I put it kind of towards the middle of the screen so it's easier to look at while you're paying attention to other stuff, right? And so yeah, I do recommend going there and just fine tuning things. But yeah, that's the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the settings video. And appreciate y'all. If you have any questions, drop it down below. Any requests for characters or whatever. And I'll catch y'all guys in the next one. Y'all take it easy. Peace.